news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to most of you. A little bit of sun for others. Here at Radio Center, we had that cell slammed into the west side of the state of Michigan, the west central portions, and it has been spreading quite a bit of not only heavy rain, but also strong gusty winds and some hail activity. And from what we understand, just within the past few minutes, we did have a listener call in and indicate to us that there was some hail around the Ithaca area and just east of Ithaca. So all that activity is once again moving in our direction. Might be a very good idea that if you do have things that you put outside this morning because of all the rain that we got and the threat of some heavy downpours and hail yesterday, that maybe it was safe to put it back out today. I don't think that's going to be the case. So you might want to bring a lot of that stuff in. Whether you get the strong gusty winds or not is debatable. Right now, the isolated cells will be around, and we do anticipate some breakup in the activity as that cell moves from the west to the east across the central part of the state of Michigan. So for the most part, what we're looking at is the area US 10 south, and it seems as though the heart of this system is pretty much following M46, kind of a lot like what happened yesterday. And we do anticipate some splitting of the system once it does move into the central part of the state. So some of you will get some rain. Others of you get some heavy downpours in a short period of time, and that's going to be about it. 65 degrees is what we're looking at right now at the airport, 62 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 63. Downtown Bay City is at 62. We have an east breeze that's currently well under 10 miles per hour. And the barometer is rising, of all things, given the fact that we have this cell moving in, 30.16 and rising. So that's why we're anticipating a little bit of a breakdown of this system as it moves through. There is going to be, once again, another chance of seeing some rain shower activity as we go into the evening hours. It appears as though the best chance of a lot of the rain shower activity for this afternoon is going to be in the southern part of the lower peninsula, possibly bubbling up into and around M46. And then tonight, we're going to watch a warm front move up from the Michigan border with Indiana and Ohio. As that warm front moves up, the shower activity is going to be around. I think by early morning tomorrow morning, that warm front will be up into northern Michigan. So after a high of right around 69 degrees today, we're only going to drop down to about 63. 53 is what's average for this time of the year. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at temperature-wise. Southerly breeze taking over from an easterly breeze late tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be southwest. We will have some wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour tomorrow out of the southwest, and then a cold front's going to move through. So the chances of rain shower activity and thunderstorm activity will increase as we go into the later afternoon and the evening hours once again tomorrow. As that front moves through, we'll have a northwest wind with gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. This mess clears out once we go into Wednesday. We'll have some clouds early on Wednesday, but then sun for a good part of the day, middle 70s for a high on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to get up to about 83 degrees because of that warm front moving up through the state. Wednesday, 73, 74 degrees, a low of about 53, 54, so a lot closer to what's average. Wednesday should be, temperature-wise, an average day with sun as we go through the day. Thursday, sunshine 80. Friday, sunshine 82. Saturday and Sunday, partly cloudy, becoming mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s. So after we finish off on Wednesday, with temperatures just slightly below average, then we'll be above average for this time of the year. Long range outlook to take us through the 26th of the month. After we get through the next 3 days, we're looking for much above average on the temperatures, average as far as the moisture is concerned. And that tropical system that's along the Texas border, that's going to give the folks in Houston as well as New Orleans and Corpus Christi all around and through there quite a bit of rain over the next couple of days. That system is not going to affect our weather here in the Great Lakes Bay region at all. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. A look at what the markets are doing as we start off the work week after that government report on Friday with Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. He joins us in a moment. But before that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. You know, with all of life's uncertainties, you want a reliable partner with you, rain or shine. When it comes to nitrogen, there is a new predictable choice, Pivot Bio Proven 40, the tiny nitrogen-producing microbes that have a big impact on your bottom line. Get a reliable partner. Get the new nitrogen, Pivot Bio Proven 40. Turn to a local trusted partner, Don or Allie Morris, in Birch Run at 989-239-2790 or 989-780-3770. Pivot Bio Proven 40 from Don or Allie Morris. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. Gary, what's going on today?
Well, good morning there, Terry. Well, we got kind of a mixed market here to start the work week out with. Currently, we have cash wheat down a penny, Terry, at $6.43 on the white, $6.08 on the red. New crop for next year, also, let's call it down a penny at $6.84 on the white, $6.24 on the red. Cash corn down 3 at $5.54. New crop also down 3 at $4.64. And we'll call cash and new crop soybeans up 2 at $12.29.
So the government report came out on Friday. Any surprises there at all, Gary?
No, it was pretty much uneventful, I guess. It was kind of, a lot of the, there was some wide ranges, I guess, going into the report. But looking at corn, Terry, it was, the production was a little bit larger than what the average guess was. And they were kind of expecting that based on some of the private numbers we were getting, reports we were getting back. They increased the yield to 176.3 bushel per acre versus the average guess of 175.6. And August was at 174.6. So the market kind of knew it was going higher, like I mentioned, with the private tours coming in across the U.S., better than expected from the USDA's August survey. And then soybeans real quick, Terry. They were, taking a beating on the price, but they were at their lowest levels on the future side since June, and they actually closed up 16 cents. And we had some heavy technical buying following that report on Friday, and the report showed us 300,000 acre drop in the U.S. soybean, which kind of offset some of the almost 0.6 of a bushel per acre increase in the yield. So they had the production was just about 9 million bushel above the average trade. So pretty uneventful overall on this number, Terry, on the report. The market's now just going to focus on, actual harvest results and I guess world export trends ahead as we see how much demand we're going to get from China moving forward. to the next USDA report that will be October 12th. But prior to that report, on September 30th, we'll have the small grains report, which will reflect the wheat numbers a little more than what we've seen on the report on Friday. So
very interesting. They just keep on coming, don't they?
That they do.
Gary, you take care. Have a good one.
I will. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Glug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. It's Ram Ag season going on at Schaefer and Beerline. This area's Bay Area's certified ag dealer. You know, if you're going to buy a Ram truck, why don't you buy it from a dealer that's been around since 1852 and they know trucks and vans. Buy with confidence where family and service sells cars. Schaefer and Beerline. And by the folks at Krejak's House Family Restaurant, if you're responsible for a party or any event coming up, the food for that, real simple, 989-894-5531. Krejak's House will take care of it for you, have it ready for you. And as I've said before, you're going to be a hero at your event when you supply the food from Krejak's House Family Restaurant. They're also a great place to dine in, too. Corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Doug Klein, what's going on?
Well, the only thing that's really moving is natural gas. It's another 13-year high. It's up 5% today, so they're at 522. So once again, we're talking about heating your home this winter. It might be a little more expensive. But other than that, nothing really moving. Copper down about 2%, but they've just been toying with that lately. Here's your numbers. The December corn is 514 3/4, down 2 3/4. The March corn is 523 3/4, also down 2 3/4. The November soybeans 1288, up 1 1/2. The March soybeans 1299 3/4, up a half a penny. December wheat is 687 3/4, down 3/4 of a penny. And the March wheat is 697 3/4, down 1 1/2 cents. Crude oil 69.78, up 65 cents. Heating oil is 215.51, that's up a penny. Gasoline 215.80, up 4/10 of a penny. Natural gas is 522.70, that's up 25 1/2 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2642 at the border, that's down 47 ticks. The yen is at 109.94, that's up 1 tick. The euro's at 118.10, down 4 ticks. Dollar's at 92.59, that's up 1 tick. Gold's at 1793.90, that's up $4. Silver's at 23.84, down 6 cents. Platinum's at 949.30, it's down $7.20.
A little bit of a push down.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of a sleeper Monday, though.
Yeah, sounds that way. Well, you take care. I'm sure we'll have plenty of fireworks here before the end of the week.
Always do.
We always do. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Along with me right now, I've got Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, a little bit of rain over the weekend. How much did you get in the Bay City area?
I got 6/10, and it was pretty consistent in a couple spots through Bay City that I've actually was just left the client's home, and we emptied her rain gauge at 6/10 also. So how about for that Frankenmuth area? I was over there. It looked like a lot of water in the fields there.
Well, right now, officially, they say they got about 1 2/10 inches, but I think there was more than that. Back 40 in Richville, I had about 2/3 of an inch, which was kind of low. Vassar was about 6/10. But you get over by Cass City, Caro, around in that area, 1.25 to 1.33 inches, pretty common in that part. And then you get down by Genesee County, Burton, Genesee County, they had about 1.33 inches, and Lapeer had almost 1.4 officially. Wow. Now, usually the official is a little bit low. So, yeah, we got hit pretty good, pretty hard. But northern Michigan, it was pretty calm for once.
Yeah. So that water for us at 6/10 we got was well needed. Again, we get this rain, we think we're good, and we are for a while. But again, the hardest and most often asked question is how much water, and really you just got to pay attention to what you get. Do a little digging, a little probing. It's going to tell you if it's dry or not. And usually that 6/10 of an inch, that's a week's worth of evaporation, maybe a little bit less. So we're going to evaporate that out just because, life goes on and we've got that sun. Even on an overcast day, we still get evaporation. So, and that 6 tenths of rain, that's not, it's great. We take it, but it's not going to last for 2-3 weeks. A lot of people think it is. So just pay attention, particularly with newly planted things and new seedings, probably a day or two off and then back at them. But again, I guess every time I get a chance this time of year, Terry, you know me, it's seeding time. Let's get that grass seed in the ground. Let's get it going.
Get her done. Jerry, you take care. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jerry Samalski. When we return, Eric Sawatsky joining us. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's V-Set, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, we were talking to Steve Anderson, talking about getting all the ducks in a row for 2022. Along with me, Eric Sawatsky with Yo Accounting. Eric, there's still a lot of work to do with 2021. And from what I understand, still some questions about refunds from 2020.
Yeah, Terry, we are pushing up against deadlines again. If business returns were extended back in April, we've got S corporation returns, partnership returns are both due in a couple days here. And that's an important deadline because you can't extend it any further. If you don't file a return by those dates, the IRS actually charges significant penalties per partner per month that the filing goes past that extended due date. So a lot of people that don't hit that date get some surprise notes from the IRS coming in the mail in the next few months. So try to avoid that. And then, as far as the 2020 income tax returns, we're still hearing a lot of people asking about their refunds. They haven't received those. They might have filed their returns back in March, and they're still waiting on the refund. There's nothing unusual about their return. It just seems like there's a really large number that the IRS is still trying to process. And a lot of those that we're seeing tended to file in that mid-March area where there was just a lot of tax returns being filed all at the same time. At the time, the IRS was really short-staffed, and they were just got behind for some reason. It seems like there were some large batches of returns in that time period that are still awaiting processing. The only real efficient way to check on that is if you go to the irs.gov website. They do have a tool you can click on, enter your information, and it'll tell you if there's any kind of status on that refund coming back to you. But a lot of our clients are finding they go on there and it just says still awaiting the IRS to process. So we're not seeing any rhyme or reason to anything wrong with the return. It's just taking the IRS a long time to process this year. So if you're in that boat, I definitely sympathize with you, and that's a tool you can go and at least see where things are at. But I guess patience is a virtue at this point.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that. Really appreciate it. Eric, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You too, Terry.
All right. Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, Fireplace Doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Some important things you need to know to get the ducks in a row. Well, let's get a hold of Jerry Reif, our agricultural-based attorney. Jerry, good morning. Let's talk quickly about power of attorney. What do you think?
Yes, very, very important. Lifetime only, because a will won't help you. That doesn't take effect until after you pass on. But during your lifetime, you might need somebody to make some medical decisions or legal decisions on your behalf. For some reason, you may not be able to speak or act. So you need to have people you trust in place. Otherwise, the probate judge is going to pick somebody that they trust, and it may not be your choice. So you got to do it yourself. The hardest problem I have is trying to convince an 18-year-old who's going off to work somewhere or college or whatever to sign a power of attorney, naming somebody to make medical decisions at least. They think they're going to live forever, but let's face it, not every facility is filled with people over 65. So
no, that's right. And one real quick note, I understand that you do have a webinar on the website right now.
Just go to jerryrifelawyer.com and click Master Class, and you're going to have a webinar with a lot of information, including power of attorney we just talked about. But you can avoid 4 probates by having a medical power of attorney and a legal power of attorney for husband and wife. That's 4 different guardianships and conservatorships, the probate cases, and have it your way. That's the key.
Yeah. So again, the website address is what, Jerry?
Jerry Reif Lawyer, all one word, all lowercase, jerryriflawyer.com. Or if you have difficulty or you have any other questions, call 989-790-1461. That's our business number.
Yeah, you're always available. Jerry, we really appreciate you. Take care. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Take care.
I will. Jerry Reif. More information legal-wise. A lot of financial information going on today. It's getting that time of the year. Harvest season also. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around. But now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Staffers at 16 colleges in Georgia making a push this week for their schools to impose mask and vaccine mandates. Matthew Bodie is a professor at the University of North Georgia.
We're calling it a protest. It's not a teach out. What we're doing, of course, is hoping to gather in our campus quads and our campus free speech areas to collectively give our voices about COVID on campus.
Wearing masks, around 1 million students started the school year in New York City this morning. And CBS's Jim Krasula tells us
COVID-19 deaths in the Delta variant surge are hitting younger, unvaccinated people very hard.